his own right. He's had some pop-off performances. I want to bring up something that was mentioned earlier on, was the fact that the attack speed on the W has been buffed for Xayah. We saw in the highlight clip there Teddy Xayah being absolutely disgusting. So I'm excited to see whether he picks that one up.
And Mada's Rakan, so maybe just red side Xayah Rakan first round might be returning. Speaking of returning, JAG Greenwings will return for the penultimate time this week. We have no teams bowing out on today's match day, but from tomorrow onwards, it's a goodbye to some teams home alive, for example.
Chongo Grace weird shenanigans in this particular series, and nor will SKT be mixing things up. Saw Haru backstage, but he's not going to be starting here for SKT.
At least game number 1, but maybe it's time to give Haru a game and at least put us here. We're not. It's just going to be the Morgana. We haven't seen reworked
and
Morgana.
Much higher tier.
And yes, it does make sense. The Morgana actually, it's not really been a picking career, been much more of a favorite in other regions.
That being said,
would have been like,
just had a pop-off performance on the Morgana in the end of last week.
Now, Joker is a Morgana one trick of repute.
Checking out a few things here because the Ezreal change is live, so we'll see how that goes in the hands of Teddy here in game number 1. Gonna move into lane. Completely unbeknownst to them, is Clid down here. Can he get the flag and drag? Will he use the flash? There he is, doesn't even need to as Kellen. He knows that he's dead, gets the aftershock. Oh, the last auto attack is going to come in from Martyr. Is now Faker. Swifty boots on, even though he hasn't purchased them yet. Dodges the cocoon and keeps himself alive.
There's swift moves from Faker to stay alive, but man, was it... He's just showing a lot of positioning bot side, but here we go.
Yeah, that's true shot barrage. And EQ will just straight up kill the Elise, but they're not going to go too aggressive there, is Teddy. He had the flash available. I thought maybe he'd go for it, but Clid was topside. Playing respectfully here is SKT. Not against Linderung, though. He dodges the EQ, but the Cataclysm comes in. Linderung boops him back, but has to use the flash. There's still a successful gank here, and a lot of... Clid finds C, so look at how much damage he's taking. Cocoon is gonna miss, and I don't think C's has too many ways out here. The repel, choose your death there, as Clid is gonna be able to pick up the kill, but not after dying. Grace has the world ender, but he should get taken down. The Soul Shackles is in.
Trying to wait it out.
Is looking for it. Yeah, exactly right. Faker does find the ultimate. Oh no, he short arms the E, but is still able to flash himself to safety. Teleport comes in from Khan, but Faker is going to go down. Aftershock or not, that is not enough, as the Hemo Plague is going to do nothing to deter JAG Greenwings. They grab a couple of kills.
Khan, of course, has no interrupts.
Yeah, it's a little bit sad.
Going to do a bit of damage, but they want to end this Vladimir laning phase and make him online teamfight ready as late as possible. That means entire turret. Good focus down there. Means they get down that third plate, which means the last two will die to the charge. Teddy will eventually be able to answer on the bot side, but they're going for inner turret damage as well.
Yeah, exactly. Shelly's going to get a hell of a lot of damage here, and the power of Jace is a lot to do with being able to destroy turrets very early. So you can see that turret goes down very, very fast.
And they're at slope and also Executioner's Calling. So the Executioner's Calling is a snowball choice here. It means they don't have to only group. They can try to all in, but at this timing, Jarvan's going to get their thirst.
Yep, Hemo Plague is going to come up. That's already a lot of damage down. He wants the Crimson Rush. The flash comes in from Khan, but doesn't get the Tides of Blood. Clid has his flash, though. The Cataclysm comes in and sees. Can't get there in time.
Flashing upwards for a Boots 1 jungler to get you there. Was snatching an updated, so it's the same as a 450 gold bounty on the Jarvan, but it's only the bonus gold. It doesn't include the 300 from the kill.
Yeah, there's going to be that 150, but it is exactly what you're used to as Faker throws out the claw, but doesn't take it, which is lucky. This season's here in this mid lane. Marta taking a lot of damage there, bottom side, as the Culling's just going to do it. That was the combo, and Teddy might be in trouble here as well. He flashes away, but it's not enough. Double kill comes in for Root, who's down to about 150 health, but it doesn't matter.
He can even kite up to his jungler as well. They cull the Morgana by taking a poor team fight before their items are ready. But this dive, it's happened now.
Yep, that's a fantastic knock-up. The Cataclysm is going to come in there, and there is nothing that Linderung can do. A lot of money was on his back as well. It is the Jarvan that grabs that kill. Vladimir was bottom side.
Nice and early. That's a nice way to use your snowball lead, because you do damage and dive hard. Speaking of diving.
Yeah, big flash cocoon into a minion there from C's. Bad news bears, most likely, but Grace does still get a flash out of Faker. He's still walking, but he's walking quickly enough to get out of the way of the World Ender and the flash from the Atrium.
Now, we don't have games is now reflected in pro games in Korea.
So when we say they have a bounty of this, then that's exactly what it means.
700 is the old 1,000.
Oh, the flash in! Teddy actually going to be able to get out of there with just the Arcane Shift as Root throws down his QSS. I think that was before the Soul Shackles actually went to repair himself. Now SKT thinking about this red steel. Grace comes down, Flid just flags and drags his way in. Brute Force is going to be able to grab him that red buff. Jinner can't actually offer too much back as Teddy's sneaking in a lot of these Qs. That damage is going to add up as C's down to half health.
And this is a mostly neutral slight advantage SKT trade at a time when Jinner should be at their strongest. So we're still liking this for SKT. They're going to try and take the Mountain Drake out.
He's by himself under the turret. Marta moves up. Kellen has to get over here. I believe that was a Hex Flash, but he's now got his Flash on cooldown, definitely.
Remember your ARAM tier list. Lucian and Alistair down as his engage.
Oh no, that's just going to be the cocoon right into the Black Shield as Faker wanting a re-engage does actually get down there. It's Teddy just pops the Aatrox. Didn't even have time to use the World Ender as a frozen thrall. Stops any sort of engagement from Jinner. And our SKT just going to run to the Baron.
ARAM tier list confirmed. This is why they were just playing through the mid lane. Ezreal can poke out, turrets poke out, health bars, and now they're just all in on the Baron. And unfortunately, Jinner, they might have just given this one up.
Yep, this is exactly what we were talking about before. Jinner weren't allowed to let the game get to this point. The Baron just gets shredded. Mountain Drake was in there, but SKT had no contest from Jinner whatsoever.
Kind of tenor, kind of like really deep.
I used to be better at it than I am now.
I'd love to hear it, Atlas. Maybe I'll script something out.
Yeah, maybe we can save that for your private content on maybe your stream instead of putting it on the LCK.
I'm all about my private content, Atlas.
I didn't realize that came out real badly. Okay, SKT going to move into a 1-1-3. As this game moves on, as Root looking for Khan. Actually doing a lot of damage here, but the pull is still available. And he's still going aggressive. Will move his way out. The Hemoplate gives Khan a whole bunch of his health bar back as Kellen Root down to about half health. Teddy moves in, does land the Q. Lands the second Clid. Looking for the flag and drag. Just Cataclysms. Gets the passive on the auto. Takes down the cow very easily as now Grace is fighting Faker, and the World End is going to get weighted out, but it's a great knockup, and Grace gets a solo kill.
It might unfortunately only have to be a small silver lining because their base is in tatters.
Yeah, Faker wants to give something back here to Jinner. At the very end, Khan goes into stasis as Linderung very far up. You can see Teddy just going so aggressively, though, as sees the Spiderlings trying to save him, and will do as he makes his way back to the fountain. 2 inhibitors have been taken down. SKT are missing their mid laner, who has teleport, but only after 25 seconds.
And Atlas's indirect nerf to Ezreal isn't working on Teddy's Ezreal. He's gone into the Blade of Ruin King. He's got a VS sword now. He's going to get safety rather than CDR.
Oh my goodness,
and you know what?
Bloodthirster.
It means his Qs do more damage at this time.
Yeah, exactly right. It's real scary stuff, and it's sort of a pseudo buff. You're exactly right. To 30-minute Ezreal. 40-minute Ezreal? No. That's way worse. But 30-minute Ezreal? He's real scary.
Or if you think about it another way, the safety of knowing your Scalen's going to get there and your shield is gone. But
here is Teddy. He's heading forward, but Black Shield is going to be available. Kellen maybe too far up as the True Shot Barrage doesn't hit for quite as much this stage of the game, but still feels like hell for Kellen. The ultimate has to be used, and that means that's a tool that's not going to be in their grace. Has found Faker one more time. And yeah, Vladimir may have turned up to this series now as he goes into stasis under Nexus turrets. Of all things, is going to avoid all of that extra damage. Now the World Ender is going to come in. I'm sorry, Grace, you're not going to do it 2 times in a row against Faker's. See your death, Miss Spider Lady, and Faker's going to be able to pick up the kill under T's. SKT should be able to take down some Nexus turrets and really put a dent in this series very early on against Jinner. The flash from Faker. The kill's going to go down under Linderung as Grace tries to get back towards the fountain. It's not going to matter. Nexus is going to go down, and SKT dominant game 1.
Vladimir being the ultimate wedding crasher, waiting till the bouquet was thrown before he shows up.
Was he Vince Vaughn or was he Owen Wilson in this particular example?
I leave it to your interpretation, Atlas. SK Talk on T1, it wasn't a outstandingly aggressive performance. They understood that Jinner had the power spikes. After a couple of mistakes, they resolved to just wait their time. Because it was Jinner, their time was quite inevitable. It came around Teddy, who will almost certainly pick up the MVP in game number 1. The Bunny Ears are going to be rewarded with a victory in game number 1.
Happy birthday. It's her birthday. G-Sun just confirmed. That was what was written on those cards. We can't actually read it. If only Valdes was here. He can read it.
Because it was Jinner, she was very likely to get her birthday present this time.
Yeah, if it was an SK